Hello and welcome to what is another episode of the WhoTubeShow. WhoTube Show. I don't even know the name of my own show. Never mind. Thank you first of all to again all the subscribers and the people that have viewed it. I'm quite taken aback because in this space, between the last episode and this, which is episode 6, I did a short, and the numbers of people that have subscribed is just, it's stupid. I don't know where they're coming from. But they must like what we're doing, so I'll take that any day. So yeah, thank you very much. More than 5,000 now, believe it or not. Today we have got Tom Wagstaff with us. He is Tom. Tell us just before we start. Tell us a bit about your X or Twitter account, and what you do, the positivity side of it.
So I run an account called .2positivity, which also links to a group on Facebook under the same name. I created this because obviously during the Chris Chibnall era of .2, there was a lot of negativity. A lot of Jodie Whittaker fans couldn't post or talk about the show without being bullied and harassed. Same with myself. So one day I just came up with the name .2positivity, and I thought, you know what, I can try and at least bring confidence and a safe place for those fans of that particular era, so that they can talk about it without being harassed or being abused, and they could feel actually positive and talking about it.
That's a wonderful thing to do, because I did notice, for me personally, I look at each year. I don't look at who the actor or actress or whatever is. I look at the stories and the show, and I just think that every season there's good things. There may be a few bad things, but mostly it's good for me.
Yeah.
But that's maybe just me. I just live like that. Doctor Who's too important for me to complain about it. But you're right. There was a lot of people that are negative, especially about the Jodie Whittaker era. And I think most of that stemmed from the fact of it was a female taking the main role.
Yeah.
And people were like, well, I don't know whether they're living in a cave or whatever, and haven't realised that we live in a society where it shouldn't matter whether you're a male or a female. And she proved to me that she could do what she did, a wonderful job as an actor. And I think what you've done is great, because you're right, there's so much negativity around. And if somebody wants to give their opinion, and it's a positive opinion about something, but there are people that disagree, and instead of just talking about it and saying, well, I disagree with you because I'm giving a reason, and they don't. They attack people, and it's sad, very sad, isn't it?
Yeah, and they jump into the name calling. I remember there was a few times where I had people go, "Oh, she ruined my childhood," and I'm thinking, it's just a show at the end of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, how ruined? I must admit, I haven't heard that one, ruined the childhood, but that's just ridiculous, isn't it? I don't understand some people. It's crazy, but what you're doing is great. And when I first saw your account, I did want to speak to you, if possible, about the show, to come on the show, but also to speak to you about what you do, and I think, can anybody join your group?
Yeah, anyone.
Okay, and how did he go about? What's the name of the actual account so people know when they're watching it?
Again, it's called Doctor Who Positivity. In my bio on my account, there's a link. So if you click on that, you can join there. It's a safe space for everyone to join in.
Excellent. All right. Well, I'll get Callum to when he's doing the editing, put a little thing plus the bottom. So down here and right now, there will be a link to what you are, where you are. So thank you very much, and thank you for doing that sort of thing. It means a lot, I think, to a lot of people. Thank you.
I feel like there should be, because again, even on replying to like posts on the official Doctor Who page, there's a lot of people that just jump onto people's comments and causes a lot of arguments and insults. Yes, we can all have different opinions, but when it comes to insulting someone's appearance or their intelligence or the way they look, that's when it becomes way too far.
Yeah, I agree, and it happens. Unfortunately, it happens far too much, and I've witnessed that through not just this what I'm doing now, but through things I've done in the past. And yeah, I dealt with it a lot with family law and family court and helping people through that. Victims of abuse, I used to help them in family court. But when I had a huge Twitter account or X account, but I used to get bullied like mad because I was helping people who were, it was abusers that were then abusing me online because I was supporting the people that they were abusing. So they don't like it. But online abuse is a huge thing. It's very sad. But let's move to happier things, and we shall start talking Doctor Who. And we'll go through the icebreakers first. So this is your favourites. So first of all, we'll start off with your favourite episode or story.
Ooh, so I'm probably going to say World Enough in Time, The Doctor Falls.
Okay, that's interesting. What was the thing? What's the thing that grabbed you about that?
So I have a lot of attachment to that story because I was there witnessing that being filmed, and of course, it being the first time we actually get to see two versions of the Master at the same time. Obviously, I never thought in a million years, obviously, John Sim would come back to Doctor Who, which was a really nice surprise. And then, of course, we got the Mondasian Cyberman.
Yeah, that was great. It was. It really was. Okay, next one. Your favourite Doctor, and I'm talking New Doctor and Classic Doctor.
This is a tough one. Classic Doctor, I'd probably have to go with John Pertwee. Okay. Just because that was the first kind of classic Doctor that I got to see. My granddad got me watching the Sea Devils, so I got to experience that on VHS, which was really cool. Right. New Doctor. Normally it would be Peter Capaldi or Jodie, but I'm going to have to say David Tennant, mainly because of just how brilliant he is in the role and what an ambassador as well. Yeah,
I don't. It's he's effectively the 10th and 14th now. He's two Doctors, but he's brilliant. His acting has been brilliant. Whatever he's been in, Broadchurch or whatever, it's just he is brilliant. And there's look anyway. Right, favorite companion, new. I'll go new or classic on this one.
Ooh,
so
I'm gonna go for Sarah Jane Smith.
Spot on, great choice. I love that one. Only because it's my favourite.
Yeah.
Okay, favourite logo.
Ooh, I'm probably going to go for the very first logo with from the William Hartnell
Okay, okay, cool. Now your favourite spin-off.
spin-off. Definitely the Sarah Jane Adventures. Definitely.
Okay, okay, that was great. That. Right, your favourite villain, monster, alien. Favourite adversary to the Doctor.
I really liked Omega. Obviously, I've just recently rewatched Arc of Infinity with Peter Davison, so he's on the high list at the moment. I do like the Master. Every version has been brilliant. I also like the Zygons as well,
Okay,
and the
okay,
Ice War.
okay. Some good choices there. Well, now this is a tough one for you because you just mentioned that every master was good.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you. Well, first of all, do you prefer the master or Missy?
Ooh, that is a tough one. I'm gonna have to say Missy, just because of how insane and bonkers Michelle Gomez.
And would you say that she's if you're looking at all the masters and
Yeah.
Missy, would she be your favourite, or would there be a different favourite from all of them? Just one.
Well, I'm probably gonna say John Sim, just because he was the very first. Actually, I lie that. Roger Delgado was the first that I saw on VHS, but I have a lot of nostalgia towards John Sim.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He was awesome. Derek Jacobi as well for that. He was a master for 1 minute.
Yeah,
But him turning as a wow. I just wish we'd seen more of him as the master, to be honest. But
I'm really glad that they got him for Big Finish and they explored him as the War Master.
Yes. Next one, favourite guest star. That's someone that's been here once. Your Martin Clunes or people like that. People just been here once.
Ooh, that's a good one. The one that I can really think of was I really liked David Morrissey in The Next Doctor.
Yes, that was good. That was good. Fooled a lot of people the title of that, didn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of people. Right, your favourite version of the TARDIS?
Favorite version of TARDIS. Ooh, I do like the Tom Baker console in the season 14 with the brown.
Okay.
I thought that was a nice look, so I'll go with that one.
Okay. And do you prefer one companion or more than one?
I prefer, again, because I love the whole dynamic of the Doctor, Barbara, Susan, and Ian. But I'm probably going to say just the Doctor and the companion at this point.
Cool. Okay. And last thing, jelly babies or fish fingers and custard?
Jelly babies.
I have had. Was it one that's gone for fish fingers and custard? Oh, no, never mind. Right. Now let's talk about you and Doctor Who. When did you first start watching the show? Any form of it?
So the very first time I watched it, I was probably around 7, and my grandfather had a load of copies of Doctor Who on VHS, and he picked out a random story, which, ironically enough, was the Sea Devils. So that kind of really intrigued me. So that kept with me for a while, and then obviously many years later, Doctor Who returned with Christopher Eccleston, and that's when my kind of interest came fully back.
Okay. So that's when it exploded, if you like.
Yeah.
But you did like it already because you'd seen bits on VHS.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'd like to know now is, because it means a lot to different people, means different things to different people. What does Doctor Who mean to you? What part does it play in your life, and how important is it?
Because it regenerates and it becomes brand new every time the lead actor changes or the showrunner. It kind of means it always feels fresh. And I think with that, because it's been a constant thing in my life. I can't go a single day without either watching an episode or listening to an audio. So it's kind of it's always a thing that helps me when I'm either having a bad day or something that gives me that boost to kickstart the day. So it's a big part of my life, and it's something that I think always will be.
Good. It's interesting that, because I've said before in the show that I use it for my mental health. It's my escapism for 45 minutes or whatever. And I just go and not worry about anything for a while. So it's very important to mental health. I've just seen your T-shirt. So I didn't even know there was T-shirts on the Maestro already.
Yeah, there's a load of. I got this one from Comic-Con, MCM. They had a lot of they had an official Doctor Who booth there. And I had some really cool prints and stuff. They had the Shooty Gatwa's costume from Boom and Millie's.
Okay. Cool. That's cool. So yeah, I think the next question is more about when you were younger. So I suppose when your granddad was playing those videos to you, did you ever actually hide behind a sofa?
I did hide when I saw the Sea Devils.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, not gonna lie.
Behind a sofa?
Yeah.
Cool. That's a cool thing for me. That is, it's cool. And what's Doctor Who to you now at the moment? At the moment, is it a family event? Do you have family around you? Is it just you? Is it a personal thing? What is it now?
Funny enough, the Jodie Whittaker era actually led to my mum actually starting to watch the show, and so we watch it together. She's really enjoying Ncuti Gatwa's performance as the 15th Doctor.
Yeah.
And so it's that era's literally opened a whole lot to. So I watched it with my dad. We went to the cinema to watch Day of the Doctor and Deep Breath in the cinema, and now my mum's involved, which is cool.
That's great. So do you feel that has brought your relationships closer with having something?
Yeah,
like that. That's great, and somebody to talk to, of course, as well.
Yeah.
It's one of the hardest things for me is I don't know any Doctor Who fans locally, although there are a few groups that I think I might be going to around here or not far from here. But yeah, it's a lone wolf thing for a lot of people like me. I live alone, so I for years watched it on my own. My son is now really into it, so now he comes around after school and we watch it. So he's got so many episodes to catch up on because he's only just started about 6 months ago.
Oh wow!
Lucky boy. So much to catch up on, so much to see. Now, when you're watching Doctor Who, are people allowed to phone you, or do you get cross when your phone rings and you're in the middle of an episode?
To be honest, I actually turned my phone off.
Good idea. Good idea. So you know, you just want to be left alone to watch it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got some socks that say, "Shh, I'm watching Doctor Who," but yeah, I don't like it when people annoy me, and my friends know not to call me when the episode's on, and otherwise they get into trouble. Right. Last but not least, on this side of before we go into playing the game, tell me more, or tell me about your favorite episode of all time and why it is your favorite episode.
So I'm gonna say, well done off and well done off in time. The Doctor Falls. My favorite episode because obviously you've got the great. Not only have you got the great music by Murray Gold, the atmospheric of the whole situation that the Doctor finds himself in, and just a wonderful performance by Peter Capaldi going into his regeneration story as a goodbye. The whole dynamic between John Sim and Michelle Gomez was just utterly fascinating, and of course the Mondasian Cyberman and all the different kinds of Cyberman. It's just a whole absolute blast. I mean, you got that iconic scene with Peter Capaldi jumping and as he's blowing up the Cyberman.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, it is a good episode, or a good collection of episodes, if you like. Right. What we're going to do now is a new game, one I haven't played before. So in the 5 episodes so far, I'm trialing different games. Season 2, I'll probably play the same game every week, but at the moment, I'm trialing different ones. This one is, I'm going to tell you the title of an episode.
Yeah.
And you're going to tell me, I hope you're going to tell me anyway, which Doctor that episode corresponds to. If you want, you keep a note of which Doctors you've done, because the Doctors is only one for each Doctor. So there are 15 here in a list, but mixed up, obviously. Otherwise, it'd be easier. So we'll start off the first one, the Claws of Axos.
John Perk, the 3rd Doctor.
Correct. The Star Beast.
The
TV, all TV Doctors, by.
Yeah. So obviously you got the comic with the 4th Doctor, or you've got the 14th Doctor TV.
Yeah. So correct. But that so it's I forgot to say at the start, this is TV TV Doctors, because obviously it's different media. But you were right, because you knew them both. So next one, if your memory's good, you should get this one. Boom.
Boom. The 15th Doctor.
Correct. Right, The Wheel in Space.
Ooh, Patrick Troughton. Cyberman story.
Brilliant. The next one, The Night of the Doctor.
Ooh, Paul McGann, 8th Doctor.
Correct. Doing well here. Daleks in Manhattan.
Ooh, the 10th Doctor.
Yes. I tried to put that one in as a curveball. I was hoping that might confuse you, because we have the Rory and Amy story in Manhattan.
Yeah.
So I was just like, maybe you might get mistaken. Next one, then, The God Complex.
Ooh, a Matt Smith story, the 11th Doctor.
Correct. The Mark of the Rani. I never knew how to say that one, really.
Colin Baker, 6th Doctor.
Correct. The Witchfinders.
Ooh, Jodie Whittaker, 13th Doctor.
It's too good. I'm going to say that by the end of this, you would have got them all right. Next one, Earthshot.
Peter Davison, 5th Doctor.
Correct. For bonus points, what made most people cry at the end of that episode?
Oh, Adric's death.
Correct. The Long Game.
Oh, the Ninth Doctor.
Correct. The Robots of Death.
Oh, Tom Baker, Fourth Doctor with Leela.
Correct. Remembrance of the Daleks.
Oh, Seventh Doctor, Sylvester McCoy.
Wow.
With
Absolutely amazing. Empress of Mars.
oh, funny enough, that is Peter Capaldi, 12th Doctor, with Bill and Nardole.
Yes. Final one, and you must know anyway because there's only one left. The Celestial Toy Maker.
Ah, the William Hartnell, a brilliant animation.
Correct. Now, I don't think, and I'm going to say this right now, I don't think that any guest I have in the future will get all of them right. I just don't believe it. I believe that is that is pure commitment as a fan. That to know that sort of information. Do you hold information well? Is that kind of you? Are you a quizzy type guy, or do you just love Doctor Who so much that you've?
I think I just know Doctor Who too much.
It's not too much. There's nothing about know too much about it, but you obviously do, and yeah, I mean that just shows you level of commitment to the show. But you know, it's been interesting speaking to you, but I want to finish how we started because I want to first of all I want to thank you for being on the show.
Of course.
Thank you for being such a good sport, and thank you for doing so well on the game. I mean, 15 out of 15 with a bonus point for the Adric thing. That's amazing. Me and my son, by the way, I think I might have mentioned it before, but me and my son are writing a fan fiction, if you like, script for a new Doctor Who or a new Doctor, and it's called Stowaway, but it starts off with the Doctor going back to the end of Earthshock and landing and taking at the last second and taking Adric to safety. Oh, wow. So we're writing that because essentially that could happen, and the Doctor could have picked Adric up, taken him to somewhere to live, his home planet, and go back for him, and he'll be the same age as he is as Matthew Waterhouse is now.
Yeah.
If Matthew Waterhouse wanted to do it, if it ever got to television, he could.
Yeah.
And return properly. I'd love that myself, but who knows? It may stay as fan fiction, but you never know. It may just tip them into an idea. But yeah, I said I wanted to go back to where we started, and that's really on your what you're doing about positivity. And I just want to reinforce to people that when they're suffering abuse online, especially the Doctor Who fans, well, not especially, but because we're Doctor Who fans, and that's really what we're doing this for, is for Doctor Who fans. I would say that to people, you don't have to listen to the abuse. You don't have to take it. Block these people. Just don't even think about it. Don't consider it. As soon as somebody starts being abusive, block them and report them. And if it's getting too much, take yourself off social media for a while, just to gather yourself back together and seek some professional help if it's getting too much. But if it's something that's picking at you and you want to chat to other people that are going through similar, then get involved in what Tom is doing, because it's important, I think. And, I'm sure Tom will agree with me that the people need an outlet like that. So, I mean, how many followers have you got now?
I've got over 2,000 followers, almost 3,000.
Wow. Is that on Twitter or?
That's on Twitter.
And on Facebook, is there many people in the group?
I think there's like 300 followers.
That's fantastic. So, you know, if it's the same name, that's great. So,
yeah.
But I'll ask you about this post show. I'll ask you to send me the full link, and I'll get Callum to put that on the screen as we're speaking now, and suggest to people that, you know, because there's plenty of them, and I've seen it, and I look at it and I think, what are these people on? I mean, some of these people are nasty. I mean, there's one in particular who all he does is send abuse about the show, directed at the show. You're thinking, what's wrong with you? If you don't like it, don't watch it.
Yeah.
Don't watch Coronation Street. Go and watch something else. I don't know, whatever. Go and watch Strictly Come Dancing. But, you know, you don't have to watch Doctor Who. If you really don't like it, leave it, is my opinion. But,
yeah, true.
But unfortunately, people don't, do they?
No.
Yeah. We're not allowed an opinion, and that goes for a lot of people, but they needn't suffer it. Definitely not suffer it alone. If they need to reach out, then you're happy to help them. And probably many of your followers on Twitter are the same as you, happy to help others also.
Yeah, I get.
So have you? So you got those two things in place. We'll put the links up, but we do encourage anybody to join. There's no restrictions, is there, or is there?
No, there's no restrictions. Just make sure you're kind and courteous.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Any bullies will be deleted, I'm assuming, from your groups.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, thank you very much. It's been great, Tom. Wonderful. And, you know, thank you for bearing with me, because the viewers won't know, but I had a family emergency, so we had to swap it from yesterday to today, didn't we?
Yes.
Well, thank you for bearing with me. And yeah, it's been great. So you take care. Have a great week. Keep up with good work you're doing, and we'll hopefully speak to you again in the future.
Yeah, look forward to it. Thank you for having me on your show.
Oh, it's a pleasure, my friend. You take care. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.